Now this year I said I'd slow down when it came to collecting football boots. I said I'd only get boots if they came out in my favorite color for football boots, which is like predominantly white. And this year every brand decided to drop a white pair of football boots. So yeah, here I am. This is the Mizuno Morelia Neo Beta 4 made in Japan. Now, this is a boot I've been wanting to try out for a very, very long time, and what's always put me off about these boots is the price. And I got this for less than half the price, actually. I'll tell you how at the end of the video. But generally, very happy with this purchase, and I can't wait to try these out. So let's talk about the boot in general a bit more. Now, for those who don't know, Mizuno are a Japanese brand that specialize in making, when it comes to football boots at least, football boots of the highest quality and caliber. The attention to detail to quality when it comes to these boots is renowned throughout the football boot community, and it's clear to see why just from just touching the materials of what the boot is, and just the kind of packaging, and just everything about the boot itself is just very, very meticulous, very well designed. So just talking about the boots in terms of like the makeup, so let's talk about these first. So this isn't a regular SG. This is actually the launch colorway of the Beta 4, but they only came out in FG, retail for £300 on Pro Direct. And the reason why you see these SG studs on them, even though they came out in FG, is because I bought these from someone who had actually converted the sole plate. So I've got a boot that I can use on firm ground, soft ground, and because of like the round conical studs, I can use these on AG if I put some like round TPU studs in as well. A bit more about just the tech, or if you want to call it tech, of the boot, or the makeup of the boot, should I say. I would compare it mostly to, I'd say, a TM Po Legend 8/7, where you have leather in the forefoot, and the midfoot to the heel is synthetic textile. And the leather they use is, of course, the most premium of kangaroo leather. It's very buttery soft, no stiffness to it whatsoever. And for me, when it comes to like leather full boots in the modern day, this is like the optimum build, where you have leather in the forefoot, and then you have this mesh in the tongue area, which I actually prefer. A lot of people prefer more traditional lacing systems, but I actually prefer like the more compressive elasticated knits that we have nowadays. Bit of an unpopular opinion there, but that's one of my preferences. And then in terms of a question that's probably on everyone's mind, what's this between like the made in the Japan version and a normal just a normal version of the boot? I'm not too sure. I think it's just like the way it's put on the last. I think it's put on the last for much longer than a regular pair of the elites. But in terms of just like actual performance of the boot, I think it'll pretty much perform the exact same. The reason why I got this rather than the elite version is because I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to football boots. So yeah, I satisfied myself with getting these for less than half the price. Let's talk about how these boots actually fit on feet as well. Now, in the past, I've talked to people about the sizing of Mizuno boots, and they've always recommended going half a size down, and that's what I've done here. I usually wear 9.5 UK, and this time around I've got these in a UK 9, and in terms of just like fit, in terms of sizing, it was the correct decision to do so. I'm even debating whether I could have gone maybe even a half a size down again to an 8.5, but I think I would have been a bit too much in terms of tightness. I was thinking of like maybe because like you've got leather in the forefoot, maybe because leather does stretch a bit, that it will stretch over time. But the way I use football boots, I don't necessarily spend more than a lot of games in football boots nowadays, but maybe that will change this season. But yeah, in terms of sizing, pretty much very good. There's a tiny bit of space in the forefoot area, but it doesn't bother me too much. It's like enough room for it to be comfortable. It doesn't like squeeze my foot as well. So in terms of fitting the midfoot to the heel, again, I'd say it's more of a kind of neutral slim side. If you have wide feet, maybe these aren't necessarily the best boots for you, unfortunately. But again, I'll only find out more and more as I play in them, if they do stretch out a bit more in terms of then accommodate for wider foot size. But just initially trying it on, it kind of just feels like, yeah, neutral slim footed players, this is probably a boot that you might want to look at if you have the extra cash. Now, to answer the question you've probably been waiting for, or probably the reason why you clicked on this video, is how did I get these boots for half the price? Well, I got these boots from a little app/website that people call Vinted. So Vinted is like a garage sale app. It's like Depop or Depop, I don't know how to pronounce it, eBay, whatever, where people sell stuff that they no longer want. And yeah, I was able to actually snipe, I wouldn't say snipe these, but I saw these were going for a very good price. And it's like, yeah, this was actually too much of a bargain, not to like to pass up on. So yeah, I had to grab these as soon as I could because I know a lot of people would want this boot, especially this is like a very, very good looking colorway. Actually has all my favorite colors in terms of just like a boot as well. So black, gold, somewhere red, yeah, silver, white predominantly as well. So yeah, too good to pass up on. Now, in terms of reviews for this, I'll probably try and get some TPU studs because in the UK at the moment we're going through a heat wave and it's quite getting towards the later stages of, I say, summer. So I think whenever summer that seeps into maybe September, October time, so soft ground season may happen a lot later this year. It maybe even this year at all, maybe even goes into next year. But knowing the UK, it could start raining, torrential rain in like the next 10 minutes anyway. So who knows? So I'll probably buy a pair of TPU studs and try these on during my preseason and maybe a few games once my season starts, and hopefully get a playtest slash review out to you guys in the very near future. And if you'd like to know when that video drops, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, please do like it. It goes a long way. Like always, my name is Sub. This is Some Sort of Ball. Thank you for watching. See you next time.